Alright, today on this York I got a new fan motor, new control board, new ECM module, and contactor. Let's get this door off. Set it over there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and change the control board first. I'm going to take it off. I got the old one off. You can see it's had some trouble here. I'm going to go ahead and get the new one out of the box. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to slap the new one up there. Alright, I got the new one mounted. And I'm going to take each wire one by one and plug them into the board. I could do it reading the schematic, but you don't want to get none of these mixed up, so you want them to go in the correct place. So go ahead and do it like that. Alright, got all that replaced. The only thing I have left is the ambient temperature sensor, so I'm going to go ahead and swap that out with the new one and plug it into the new board. Alright, out with the old. Get the new one slapped on there. Just like that, and that's it for the control board. Next thing's going to be this contactor. I'm going to go ahead and get it off. Alright, so I unhooked the high voltage wires out of it. I left all the other wires connected with it just dangling here. I like to put my new one in its place and then wire it up. Slap that in there. Just like that. Got the new one in place, and I'm going to take each wire one by one and plug it onto the new contactor. Alright, I got all the wires hooked up and tight. When you're tightening these lugs right here, you want to make sure you do not over tighten them, because you can break the plastic housing that's holding it in. Now I got to replace this motor, and there's a ECM module there, so I'm going to go ahead and get this top pulled off. Alright, now I got to get this module out. I'm going to take this apart. Alright, making progress on the module. Now I just got to get these other wires unfed. Get the new one out of the box. Alright, out with the old. And in with the new. I got the new one mounted, and I just got to get all these wires fed through that hole. Alright, got all the wires fed through. Now to get its cover back on. Just throw it on there like this. Alright, got the cover on. Come over here. Wire all this up real quick. Alright, got everything wired up. Now I gotta get this apart. Alright, looks like this shaft is rusted onto the fan blade, so I'm gonna put a little WD-40 on it. I'm gonna have to use the magic tool on this. Just hit it with it. Alright, this fan blade is really on there, so what I'm doing is WD-40, sanding this shaft really good before I put my shaft puller on there. So now I'm going to try it. Alright, the puller worked like a dream. I just got to get this old one off and get my new one in place. Alright. Now I got to get that back up there. Alright, now I just got to wire everything back up. Compressor wire mounted to this. Alright, that's it. Hope everybody liked my video. Thank you for watching. God bless everybody. Have a great day.